You guys ready to talk about the best Marvel show since the Netflix Daredevil? I know I sure am. Because this show's awesome. I'm just going to say it right up front. This awesome show, my new favorite MCU show I've watched so far. Again, if you exclude Netflix's Daredevil, because Daredevil Season 3, that's still at the top, if we're going by that notion. But as far as the MCU originals go, from what I've seen so far, I still need to see Loki Season 2 and Echo, but from what I've seen so far, this is easily the best one. And you want to know why? Because it is Marvel's first dive into the horror genre. Yes, this is pretty much a horror show. And if you know me, I am a massive horror nut, so seeing the MCU tackle that before Multiverse of Madness, it's pretty damn cool. So, there's a bit to talk about with this one, and a few faces you may or may not recognize, but I pretty much have nothing but praise for this show. Literally, nothing but praise. Because this show kicks ass. And I'm so excited to talk about it, so without further ado, let's knock it out. What's up, what's happening, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my decision, which is for anything and everything animation, including TV and movies and Marvel Heroes Unite for the favorite world, as well as TV and movies. I'm your host, Justin Small. I just said the same thing twice. I'm so sorry. I'm so scared today. Welcome back to Marvelous May. Welcome to our look-through, our continuous look-through of Phase 4 of the MCU. And we come to the best thing in the Phase 4 of the MCU, excluding Spider-Man No Way Home, that being Moon Knight. Was not expecting this show to be as great as it was, but I can see now why it gets such high praise. This show is awesome, especially if you're a horror fan, because so much about this feels right at home in the horror genre. Like, so much of it feels at home here. Whether it's the duality of the main character, whether it's some of the imagery they decide to show, or just how far the villain goes to try to achieve what he wants to achieve. Like, it is a horror show. And for a character like Moon Knight, it's perfect. Because Moon Knight has always been like a spooky, mysterious character with multiple personalities. So, having a show in the horror genre, in the MCU, yeah, it's pretty damn cool. So, it may not be full rated R, like Daredevil, but it's still really, really damn good. So, I got a pretty lengthy written review for this one, and I have a whole lot to say. Obviously without spoilers, because I really want you guys to check this show out for yourself. It is so freaking good. You will not regret it. Let's begin. Now here's one I've been incredibly excited to talk about. I have heard a ton of high praise for this show for a while now. Even higher than Loki in a few instances, believe it or not. And now it is my turn to add to that pile. Moon Knight is an awesome series with an amazingly refreshing horror tone and one absolutely phenomenal performance by Oscar Isaac in one of his best roles in recent memory. I have seen Oscar Isaac before in a couple other things, but here he owns this role, dude. Like, he is amazing as this character. Like, he is so good. How he has not gotten like an Emmy or anything for his performance is a crime. His performance in this show is what makes this show this show. So, yeah, Oscar Isaac, best part of it. Then add on a great side character in the Scarlet Scarab. Seriously, one of the best female side characters we've gotten in the MCU in years. Some of the best writing in Phase 4. Another excellent performance from horror movie legend Ethan Hawke. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that name to be in here either, but when he popped up, I fanboyed a little because I admire this dude and all the work he's done in the horror genre. Especially recently with the freaking amazing Black Phone. Fascinating world building and Egyptian mythology. They, once again, as good or bad as these shows are, they do pay homage and tribute to the cultures that they are representing. One of the best suit designs in the entire MCU. I love Moon Knight's new design. It's like a mummy with a cape and a hood, and it is badass. Like, it is so cool. Perfect pacing. This pacing is perfect, dude. Like, it's perfectly paced. It's a slow burn, like most horrors, but also, like most horrors, it pays off when it needs to pay off. And very high rewatchability. Even if I'm not in the biggest of Marvel moods, I can see myself popping this in if I just want to watch something dark, spooky, and freaking cool as hell. Its one and only flaw is the runtime. Just like the other MCU shows beforehand, including Daredevil, it is 40 plus minutes long per episode, totaling to another 6 to 8 hours to watch all the way through, which is arduous. As much as I love this show, as much as this show has done so many great things, it's still 6 to 8 hours. That's a long time to watch an entire show all the way through. Like that's almost half a day right there. But honestly, I had so much fun watching this one, that's pretty much just a nitpick. I really loved Moon Knight. It's so unique, and as a horror movie nut, I adored the darker tone. And props to Marvel for actually being ballsy enough to take a swing at such a different genre, rather than just doing what they do in their previous projects. Sure, it takes a long time to get through, but damn is it rewarding. I understand that it won't be everyone's thing, and probably most non-horror audiences will have more issues, but I dug this one a lot as a horror fan. On par with the best of Netflix Daredevil, not better than Daredevil Season 3, but it's close, and easily the best MCU live-action original show I have seen so far, and I pray that just like Loki, it gets a second season. According to recent reports, Oscar Isaac is in talks with Marvel about doing a second season of this show. And I hope those lead into a greenlight of a second season, because this is easily one of the best things that they have done in this phase, excluding Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, it is so memorable, it is so distinct, it is so unique, and that darker tone really helps it stand out from the rest of the MCU. Heck, I loved this show so much that sometimes I even outright forgot that it takes place in the MCU, because it's so distinct and different from everything else, both in this phase and in the entire MCU in general up to this point, that it all just works. And, oh man. Again, it's probably just my horror side talking here, but man did I love this show. And I hope and pray it gets a second season, because it damn well deserves one. Final verdict for Moon Knight Season 1 is a high and super well deserved 9 out of 10. If you have not watched this show yet, what are you doing? Go watch it right now. It is easily the best MCU show that I have seen so far. Yes, I may not have seen Loki Season 2 yet, but out of what I've seen so far, this is the best one. And Loki Season 2 is going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting if it wants to top it. Because this show, I'm going to say it again, it's badass. It's badass, it's spooky, it's creepy, it's awesome. Check it out if you haven't seen it. And we get to continue the MCU dive into the horror genre, because next we get to talk about one of those movies that I love and a lot of people hate. I'm probably going to make a lot of enemies in the next review, that's for sure. But until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for my controversial, very biased opinion of Doctor Strange 2: Multiverse of Madness.